Yo, what's going on, everybody? This video we're gonna be talking about last week's trade. We're gonna be talking about the AUD, Australian dollar. We're gonna be talking about the GBP, the British pound, and the Swiss franc. Start off with NZD/USD, the trade that we took last week. Finally, the US dollar gave us that bullish move we've been talking about for about 4 weeks or about a month. All right, so NZD/USD, we can see that it approached that supply zone that we were talking about. It gave us a break of structure on the 4 hour, gave us this beautiful head and shoulders, and then the bullish engulfing, and then we took that trade on the 4 hour time frame, stop loss over here. All right, and this trade was beautiful because we didn't experience any drawdown, minimal drawdown. All right, so it was a beautiful trade, straight to our take profit. All right, so I was also looking at the GBP, GBUSD, EURUSD, and I think that's pretty much it. But GBUSD didn't give us a good pullback, a deep pull. I was expecting a deeper pullback. It didn't give it to us, so we missed this move. And then EURUSD, I was expecting exactly the same thing, a pullback, but it literally didn't give us a pullback. So we also missed this trade. But we managed to take NZD/USD. So and NZD/USD was about 2.5 risk 2.51 risk to reward, which is pretty good. So last week we did on 4.7% on one account and then 4% on other account. So let's start with the AUD futures chart. Let's see what's going on with that. We can see, start with the fundamentals. We can see that users and producers are extremely bearish. Look when they were this bearish, look what happened. It gave us an explosive move to the downside. They're currently at that same level. Let's 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 look at the retail traders now. They're extremely bullish. They're all-time bullish. So that's why I'm expecting price to continue to drop, but price also has to give us a pullback in order to enter. So let's talk about technicals. We can see the supply zone over here, and then if we go to the daily time frame, we can see that there's a rally based drop. So I'm expecting price to come back into the zone and then continue to the downside. It won't give us that pullback probably this week because look how price opened Monday. It opened very bearish, so it's gonna take some time for price to come back into that zone. So I'm gonna be monitoring that chart. Um, let's talk about GBP, the futures chart. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, at BP. All right, same exact thing. Let's talk about fundamentals real quick. Retail traders are extremely bullish, almost all-time bullish also. Also, let's see fund managers. This is a really good one. Fund managers, we see an extreme divergence. Look at price. Price is creating higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Then we this week it looks like we're gonna be breaking that bullish structure. So the fund managers, look what they're doing. They're giving us lower lows. So it's a great divergence. It's telling us that price should um, reverse sometime in the near future. So let's talk about technicals. The monthly chart, we can see that um, we were inside a monthly supply zone, which is this drop, which is not that pretty, but we have this base and then we have this explosive move to the downside, which is the most important thing. The explosive move out of the base. So let's go to a weekly. Also, the weekly last week it printed us this beautiful rally based drop. I'm expecting price to come back into that zone. If we go to a daily, we also have this beautiful rally based drop. But honestly, I'm just waiting for price to get into this um weekly and monthly zone. If it comes into the day, also the daily zone, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be juicy. But I'm looking for is price to go back into the monthly and weekly supply zone. All right. So now let's talk about the Swiss franc. And this is the last thing we're going to be talking about. We also have potential setups on silver and the Nasdaq, but I don't see them reaching the zone this week. So if by any chance it reaches the zone that those zones, I'm gonna be making an additional video. But for now, let's stick with currencies. So the Swiss franc, we're on the weekly time frame. We have this rally based drop, and then last week it gave us that bullish that rally based drop with this explosive bearish candle and bearish engulfing also. Um, so yeah, let's talk about fundamentals. Also, retailers are pretty bullish. Well, we could say they're extremely bullish. And then yeah, that's pretty much the only fundamental aspect that the Swiss franc has. I'm just waiting for price to come into this both weekly supply zones, and once it reaches this supply zone, I'm gonna be looking for the campus valuation. If we're overvalued against the dollar, I'm gonna be taking this trade. If we don't get overvalued against the dollar, I will not be taking this trade. So that's pretty much it for this week. If you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comments or send me a direct message. Happy trading, guys. See you next week. Cheers.